long desert planet, down a lonely stretch of highway, the crew of the Crater Café discuss anatomy in the kitchen.
Do you think it was a stinger?
Looked soft to be a stinger. Then again, those other bits could have been venom sacs, I guess.
Why would a stinger be all fuzzy like that?
Body hair is a feature of mammals. I think it might have been a sensory organ of some sort.
What kind of species has a sensory organ that close to the cloaca?
You know, now that I get to thinking about it, there was this one time I got me and Betty Jean stranded on an ice planet for nigh on a month. Luckily for me, the trailer was loaded up with some edible underwear, which kept me going for a good little while. But when stores got to running low, I started popping open some of the other boxes. There was one that had all kinds of chocolate lollipops shaped just like that. That was strike two.
Your manager dinged you for eating cargo so you wouldn't starve to death? Jeez, even Polly's not that bad.
Thanks, Ro.
That's a great story and all, but what does that tell us about that little appendage of his? Wait.
Based on Gil's assessment, I suspect that it may somehow be utilized in copulation.
You mean that human's a cop?
He means sex.
Oh.
I can hear you, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry, hun. We're just, awfully curious is all.
Mind if I join in on your huddle, dudes? Then you can just ask me about my dick and stuff. But first, I've got some questions of my own.
Of course, we would be delighted to educate you.
So, you're aliens, right?
Technically, as we are citizens of this planetary body and you are not, you are the alien in this case. But from your perspective, yes, we're aliens.
Whoa, and you've still got burgers and fries and pants and stuff? Sweet. And, how exactly did I get here? Wherever here is.
Some damn fool hit you with a rock and kidnapped you for a science fair project.
That explains the killer headache when I woke up in that trunk thing. Hey, Bug Dude, sorry about hitting you with a wrench. I was wigging out pretty bad at the time, and I thought you were gonna eat me or something.
I'm still late. Haven't made up my mind yet.
Ro.
Ugh. Okay, Mom. Apology accepted, mammal.
I've been abducted by aliens, man. Wait, so which one of you got me then?
Well, don't look at us, son. She run off looking for you after you ran for the hills. Haven't seen hide nor hair of her since.
She had neither hide nor hair to begin with.
Did I get, probed or anything?
You'd have to ask little Miss Felon herself if she hasn't fallen off a cliff or desiccated into a husk out in the desert. I'm pretty sure she was some kind of marine species.
So you're all kinds of aliens. Bugs and fish and stuff? And robots.
And robots.
Whoa. So, what now?
Why are you all looking at me?
You're the boss.
Right. Okay, I guess we really do have to call the cops now.
I don't want to go to alien jail, man.
You're not going to alien jail. Humans aren't supposed to be taken from Earth. Galactic Authority shut that mess down pretty quick after the Roswell incident.
That was real? I knew it, dude!
Hush! We're trying to think.
Putting your heads together?
Can it?
Well, police might drag their feet over someone fiddling with the subspace exit, but an embargo breach should get their asses out here lickety-split. Then they should be able to take you home.
Crew of the Crater Café, you are under suspicion of harboring an embargo species on the premises. Please exit the building through the front door in an orderly manner, with your hands and other non-locomotive appendages raised where we can see them.
Shit!
You're listening to Subspace Channel 1.90 times 10 to the negative 18th KR8R. This is DJ Jake Missy, orbiting beautiful Behringer 1902. We've had some excitement surface side this evening with a rare visit from the old GPD. No telling what that could be about, but if you happen to know, go ahead and beam us a transmission here at the station. Doesn't the thought of listening to a new track from one of your favorites just send tingles up your central nervous system? It sure does mine, but that could just be the microgravity talking. Either way, here's the latest single from Lead Sheet Louie, Half-Life in Prison. they sent me to decay. Half-life in prison and threw the key away. Half-life in prison until I was half dead. When they came to get me, they found me full of lead. I spent my half-life in prison, just sitting counting time. Half-life in prison, the fallout of my crime. Half-life in prison, they sent me here to set down in the darkness until they all forget. I spent my half-life in prison until the sun turned red. Half-life in prison, the Geiger counter said. Half-life in prison until they set me free. Then I'll go a vision till nothing's left of me. State your name for the record.
You have my files, just look it up.
State your name for the record.
Fine. Rovard Anstaplax.
State your occupation and place of work.
Really? You just picked me up at... Whatever. Spacecraft mechanic, Crater Café. You should try it sometime. Great donuts.
How did you first come into contact with the human?
With a wrench.
State your name for the record.
Automatic Nutritional Utilization System Series 4. Serial number IC4NHA5CH.
That is sufficient.
3S3BU.
That's enough.
G3.
We get it.
R.
Are you finished?
My companions refer to me as Matt.
That's great. State your occupation and place of work.
Line cook, Crater Café.
How did you first come into contact with the human?
My first sighting was approximately 115 hours ago when he escaped from the trunk of one of our customers. My first contact was when he kindly assisted me in freeing myself from the trap we had built for his capture.
Do your customers routinely traffic in illicit materials and/or organisms?
Not to my knowledge, but we do not routinely search their vehicles, so I cannot state with 100% certainty that this is the case.
State your name for the record.
Gil Gustardson.
State your occupation and place of work.
Well, I'm kinda in between jobs at the moment.
You're unemployed?
Not exactly. I've been picking up odd jobs around the diner, helping row out, and whatnot.
How did you first come into contact with the human?
Well, the squirrely gal come in the other day. Polly said she made her real nervous, and turned out she had a naked human stuffed in the trunk. Poor fella took a swing at row before running for the hills. Had some sunburns in mighty unpleasant places by the time we tracked him down. Or, well, I figured he tracked us down in the end.
Why did you attempt to capture the human?
We couldn't very well let the poor fellow run around a strange planet getting himself in trouble. Didn't figure he'd take a formal invitation, so we got to setting a trap. Didn't matter though, because he decided all on his own to stop on by. Shouldn't be surprised. The Crater Café's in the habit of picking up strays.
Noted. Do you have any knowledge of recent interference with subspace exit Zeta 4? Mr. Gustardson, answer the question. State your name for the record.
Polly.
Surname?
None. My species doesn't use surnames. We reproduce asexually. I already went through the headache of filling out the special paperwork about that when I was setting up the check-in schedule with my parole officer.
I see. Does your other head have a name?
I am not her other head. I am a fully realized individual.
And what is your name?
Well, you see...
Molly.
Your names are Polly and Molly.
Yes.
And what are your occupations?
Cafe
Unemployed.
manager. What?
You're the diner gal. I haven't decided what I want to be yet.
Well, you're going to work at the diner, aren't you?
Not necessarily. I mean, we're joined at the hip right now. And shoulders and whatnot, I guess. But once we're done dividing, who knows? It's a big galaxy out there.
It's just...
Just what?
I was really banking on you helping out in the diner. We've been short-staffed for a while now, and the hiring pool in Meteorville isn't what it used to be.
Just because you're attached to that dump doesn't mean I have to be.
Ladies.
Oh, really? Well, that dump helped me get my life back on track, thank you very much.
Then you can stay.
I will, and you should too.
What's the point of even dividing if we're going to keep living the same life, huh? You may as well reabsorb me now if that's how you feel.
You know that's not what I meant.
Ladies, please control yourselves.
And you!
Oh, please don't.
I think I will. I am technically a minor. Did you know that? I'm like 5 years old by breeding species standards. You want to keep a 5-year-old girl locked up?
You are just being held for questioning. As far as we have been able to determine, none of your actions constitute a violation of your parole.
Her parole! I've never been arrested. And even if she violated parole, is it legal to send her to prison when I, an innocent party, am physically attached to her? Well?
I'm looking it up. I need to call my supervisor. Please state your name for the record.
Prukeet Floop.
State your occupation and place of work.
I'm a graduate student at the University of Karina 9.
How did you first come into contact with the human?
I'm not sure what you mean. I study Terran civilization, but I have never come in contact with one. That would be illegal.
5 witnesses state that the human was seen escaping from your vehicle.
Really? Well, I guess he must have snuck aboard.
So you admit to visiting Earth?
What? Oh, no, of course not. I just meant that he must have snuck aboard during one of my pit stops near Earth. I hear they manage to make it off-world from time to time, all by themselves. Clever creatures, those humans.
You're suggesting an embargo species that you study as part of your research managed to somehow randomly stow away in your vehicle?
Clever and unpredictable. You never know what they might get up to.
The witnesses also stated that you confessed to bludgeoning the human with a rock and stowing his unconscious body in your trunk.
What? That's just crazy. I would never.
The mechanic at the Crater Café also noted that you had left your vehicle in the cafe's garage upon fleeing the scene.
Yes, well...
You will recall that when we searched your person, we did not find keys to your vehicle. The mechanic was able to locate them for us.
Oh, that's great. I'm so forgetful, you know. When I was just a little polyp, my mom would always say, Prukeet, if your nematocysts weren't attached, you'd lose them.
We were then able to access the vehicle and recover your dashboard camera footage. Please direct your attention to the screen.
All right, Prukeet, you can do this.
Who's there?
Oh my god. Did I kill him? Hey there, little guy. Are you okay? Oh. Okay. Okay. This is fine. I'm going to jail, aren't I?
Yep.
can wait here with your friends, but I got some paperwork to clean up, and then we can get you folks on your way back to Meadville.
Well, that's mighty kind of you, officer. Thank you. Pig.
Well, I'm guessing since we're all here, nobody got arrested. That's a plus.
Except for the human, you mean?
Hopefully they'll send him home soon, too.
Do you suppose the authorities were able to locate the student who abducted him?
Who knows? Might be dead in a ditch somewhere by now.
Hey, Ro, did the fuzz give you any guff about Zeta 4?
No, it didn't come up. Why? Did they ask you about it?
Yeah. They said one of them Galdot inspectors had found strange tool marks on the access port of the exit. You know, that access port.
Really? Did they know anything about the portal interference? Do they know who's doing it?
Well, you see, it occurred to me that if they only found just them tool marks on the portal, and I told them about what we found and what we did to find it, then there's only one set of suspects they'd have for messing with the portal. So I kept my damn beak shut.
What? That doesn't make any sense. Why would we come forward with evidence of tampering if we were the ones that did it?
Oh, that don't matter none. They'd have had a handprint and a hand to match. As far as they're concerned, that's case closed.
Oh, come on. Would they really do that?
Yes!
Based on the results of the recent investigation into Jorf's death, such a scenario is not unlikely.
Whoa. Thanks, Gil. That was really smart.
Oh, shucks. Thanks, partner.
I guess that means we really are on our own.
But we are on our own together.
Yeah, together. Right, Molly?
Oh, piss off.
Molly? We spent 3 hours thinking up names and you landed on Molly?
Yeah? What about it?
Okay, everything's set, and you're all free to go.
What will happen to the human?
I'll let him speak for himself.
Hey guys!
Human!
Yeah, but you can call me Dave if you want.
Article 3, Section 28B of the Roswell Embargo Act states that sentient Terrans unwillingly exposed to wider galactic society via abduction for a duration exceeding 24 hours are entitled to a temporary visa.
I'm a legal alien, dudes.
You don't want to go back to Earth?
Sergeant Crab Dude here says I've got a year to decide if I want to go back or become a full galactic citizen. It's just like that gap year I took hiking the Andes, man. Do you guys got ayahuasca in space?
Return to Earth is conditioned on a memory wipe of the intervening period. Keep that in mind, and you are required to check in every 2 weeks at the number provided to you.
Yeah, man, it's all in that little pamphlet thingy you gave me.
Alright, exit to the station is that way. Be sure to check out with the desk sergeant on your way out.
Wait, you aren't going to give us a lift back to Behringer 1902?
Nope. We're not a taxi service, kid.
But you hauled us all the way out to SETI Gamma 6. Are you just going to leave us stranded here?
Of course not. There's a subspace terminal 3 blocks south of here. Or if you really want to roll up in style, you could catch an FTL charter out of here to Spaceport on the east end of town.
We're going to have enough trouble paying for the bus.
That's not my department. Well, best of luck to you.
Let's get out of this here pigsty. The smell is starting to ruffle my feathers.
So where are you planning on staying, tourist?
Well, I was hoping you dudes could put me up for a while.
Another charity case, huh?
We would be delighted to accommodate you.
Thanks, Robo dude. I've got some cash if you guys need help with bus fare.
I don't think they take Earth money, partner.
I bet not, dude. But I left my old wallet at home with my pants and my phone. The lawyer chick handling my case gave me this prepaid card with space money on it, though. She said it was like part of the terms of the embargo or embargo or something.
They just gave you money?
Benefits of being abducted by aliens, dude.
How much?
Like 3,000 credits. Is that a lot?
It won't get you through a whole year, but it'll sure as shit get us more than just bus tickets. And let's go home. This place sucks.
The Crater Café crew gains a surprising new member. Will Molly and Polly reconcile their differences? How will human Dave settle into his new life? And will the next resupply shipment to Meteorville arrive as scheduled? Stay tuned for more Route 6.6.
Want more of Route 6.6? Follow us on Instagram at Route6POINT6pod. Want to support the show, get access to ad-free episodes, music, downloads, and behind-the-scenes content? Join our Patreon at patreon.com/Route6POINT6. Links are in the description. Route 6.6 is a Goblin Booth production. Check out our other projects at goblinboothproductions.com or on Instagram at Goblin Booth Productions. Thank you for listening, and sorry!